In this video, we will begin introducing you to the no-cost freelancing system. And in part number 1 here, we will go over freelancing basics and help you select what services you can offer so you can understand how you can generate revenue with no-cost freelancing. So here's the basics of freelancing. Freelancing is when you get paid to do work for someone else. A freelancer is not a traditional employee. So you're not somebody that has a set number of hours that you're working a regular 9 to 5 job or regular hours. So you get paid to do work for someone else, but you're not paid in a set number of hours. So you might work 5 hours for them one week, you might work for them 50 hours the next week. It just depends on what kind of work they have for you. Another thing to keep in mind with the freelancer is a lot of times it's very short-term work. So you might do one particular task or project for one person, and then you might have 10 different clients that you're doing stuff for at once. And so that's something to keep in mind also. So you might work for 10 different clients and you might work 2 to 3 hours per client per week. So that kind of gives you an idea. So typically with freelancing, you work with several clients, as I pointed out. You set your work hours. That's the beauty of it. You work on your own terms, on your own time, because you're working typically from your computer, doing work that you can do from home or wherever you can get internet access. Many successful entrepreneurs actually do this full time. There's many people that do freelancing 100% full time. It's how they make all of their income. They do work for several different clients at one time. You can make very good income as a freelancer. In fact, many people have a highly successful 6-figure, sometimes 7-figure business, even doing freelancing. You'll find that a lot with freelance copywriters. So people that write sales copy, for example, they're making huge amounts of money by doing freelancing, just like people that are really good at search engine optimization or people that are super good web designers. So you can just start scaling up. The better you get at a certain task or a certain project, the higher dollar you can demand and the more money you can even make. So keep in mind, this is not just a means to an end. This could actually turn into an entire business. And the beauty of what we're going to teach here is how you can do all of this with absolutely no upfront cost. You can get started with no money upfront. And you're going to launch your freelancing business for free. Here's a really huge tip as well. Once you learn some of these methods and things you can do for other people, and these kind of things, you're actually going to be able to do services for potential joint venture partners. So that means if you have your own product that you've created, and let's say you've created your very own product and you want to have joint ventures promote it for you, one of the best things you can do to get the attention of somebody that has a very large email list that could send you there is to do some things for them. Figure out things you can do to help them. Maybe it's helping them set up their website. Maybe it's helping them write a press release and get content out there on the internet about their brand. There are many different things you can do for them. And so keep that in mind. On not only can you do freelancing to earn money, you can also do freelancing to earn the trust and respect of a potential internet marketer, and they may actually want to start promoting something for you. Think long-term profits. So even though you may not make money right away, it may be a year in the future, but they may decide to work with you or they may decide to promote something for you. So keep that in mind as well as you go through this, because not only can you earn money, but you could be setting yourself up to work with your potential joint venture partners. So here's freelancing step number 1. This is where we're going to go over services you offer, and you can pick which freelancing services you want to offer. What do you want to do for money? So I'm going to go over each one of the different things you can offer and services you can do for other people so you know how this works. So here's a list of services you can offer when freelancing. Writing services. You could write things like ebooks, reports, articles, blog posts, those types of things. Graphics. You can offer like Photoshop services or creating e-covers or doing banner ads or different things like with their web design. Video services. Recording videos, editing videos, screen capture videos, maybe doing PowerPoints like this and creating video tutorials for people. WordPress work. If you're really good at WordPress, at setting up blogs, integrating themes and plugins, even the simplest tasks, business owners need help. Even business owners that know how to do this stuff, they still need help because of time constraints. They don't have the time to do everything, so they will outsource to freelancers like you. Posting content on a blog, that's very important. Writing blog posts, that's something people need a lot. Even super high level successful marketers that do not have time to write content for themselves, or maybe they're going into niche markets they're not familiar with and they hire somebody like you that's a good writer, a good blogger, and a good researcher. Web design, building of simple websites or complex websites, depending on your expertise. There's all kinds of things as well where you can do social media services, where you can do Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and do social engagements for businesses, Google Plus, comment on things, create contests, interact with their following. You could actually do social media work. That's a great way to freelance. Blog and forum commenting, posting relevant and non-spammy comments on relevant niche blogs or forums. That's a really good way, to get traffic, get exposure, especially forums. It's a really good way to get traction in a niche market, whereas somebody may not have time to do those things, but you know how to do those tasks, so you can do them. Consulting, this works really well for all niche markets. So people might outsource, to you where they need help consulting on certain things, whether it's dieting help or whatever the case is, they might need help. Technical setup. You can offer services for technical setup help, for setting up of sales pages, squeeze pages, doing FTP. That's a huge demand. If you can learn how to set up a sales page, how to set up a payment button, how to integrate that with a download page, you could run a very nice business there because people need that kind of help. Recruiting joint venture partners. Believe it or not, you can get paid for recruiting joint venture partners. You could maybe get paid hourly, you could get paid a percentage of the sales, and you could sit there, email JV partners for a fee or again a cut of the sales. So these are more services that you can offer. You could do business plan creation, resume writing, tutoring help, so helping people with tutoring with math or other college level assignments. Lawn care advice. You could give people tips on their lawn, and you don't even have to show up there. You could actually have them create, take a picture of their lawn, and then you could give them some advice on how to improve it. Same thing with like golf tips, golf advice. Shopping advice. You could help people save money, save more money on coupons, get more coupons, give them tips and advice on, shopping, or shopping advice for how to buy the right kind of groceries so you stay healthy and so you stay fit and so you get in better shape. Travel planning. There are many people that do freelance travel planning. That's their business. They are travel planners. They plan trips. They help people save money on their travel. They help book adventures for people. They book business trips for business arrangements. They do travel planning for sports teams or smaller programs. Consulting on speaking. There's a lot of public speakers out there. They need help. They need critiques on their public speaking. Maybe that's in your background. Maybe you've done public speaking. You could actually go in there, critique what they have, and actually, have them send you a video of one of their public speaking engagements, and you could sit there and give them some advice or tips. Bookkeeping. This is another really good one. Bookkeeping services. Many of you might be good at QuickBooks services. You could offer that as a freelancer and do bookkeeping for local businesses, for businesses all across the US or wherever you can get internet connection. Just think of what you are good at, and the options are virtually unlimited for you. There's lots of potential for you to do that. And think outside the box. That's really, really important. What do you do for a living every day? What does your daily job consist of? Are you in the accounting department at your team? Are you in the human resources department? And let's say if you're in the human resources department of a company, you could potentially be a good resume writer because you could help people and give people advice on, hey, this is what we look for in a good resume. So you could do resume writing services. Think how you can help others without violating the contracts with your employer. Sometimes your employers may have contracts where, you're using their software, their computer, their equipment. You can't go out and, do that because that's not right because they're paying you to do that. But as long as you're okay and you have the free reign to do this kind of work for other people and to actually do what you do on your regular job without giving away proprietary intel of the company you're working for, you should be just fine. But think about what you do for a living. If you enjoy it, Or if you just need extra money, you could get started freelancing doing that work. Now, here's an example. This is one of the most popular freelancing websites out there. It's freelancer.com. And you can see here, I gave you guys some really good examples there a little bit ago about services you could do, about writing services, what types of things you could really dig into and do for people. But this takes it a whole new level. You're going to see under just writing and content, there's so many different things you could do. Everything from article rewriting, writing articles from scratch, blog posting, blog writing, doing cartography and maps. Maybe you know how to do that. All kinds of things. Communication, content writing for various projects, ghostwriting of entire books, PowerPoint creation, press releases. Those are also really in-demand projects. People need help with press release writing. I'll tell you one thing. Press release writing is something that I see that people need a lot of help with as well. PowerPoint creation. That's another really good service that you could offer people. You could take notes on any of these services and you could become an expert press release writer. You could become an expert at creating PowerPoint content. You could become good at doing screenwriting for potential videos or movies. Design and media. Maybe you know how to use After Effects. Maybe you have Dreamweaver or one of these software programs. You could become an expert at these. You can take any one of these platforms, any one of these things about how to do better PowerPoints, how to do better press releases, and you could go to Google, go to Bing, go to Yahoo, search how to become better at this. Practice, do a few press releases, maybe do them for a friends or family business and see what they think. Get advice from people and then go out and start selling your services. So it doesn't mean you have to be an expert on any of these things when you start out. You can actually go out there and you can become a really good presenter and become really good at doing PowerPoints or press releases or working with mobile phones and doing gaming and things of that nature, that you could become really good at those types of things by just doing some practice, by just getting out there and doing some things. Here's some additional work under web development, e-commerce web development, software, customer service work. You could even do customer service work, order processing, phone support, technical support. There are people that need these services. I pulled this list direct from a freelancing website so that you can see what kind of services people need. People need help with email marketing. They need help with search engine optimization, search engine marketing. You can look up how to do any of these, become an expert at it. Transcriptions, another very big service. And without having to go in and show you how to become an expert on each of these, that really isn't what this is for. This is to really show to you there are so many different options for you to do, to where you don't even have to be a super big expert. Anybody can become a good writer. Writing is in huge demand. Technical writing, blog and article writing, press releases. You just have to research, Google how to become a better writer, find tips, find tutorials, find help. How to become, as far as administrative support goes, transcription, learn how to become a transcription for people. That's where you listen to audio. So you could listen to this audio and then you could type out everything I'm saying. Business owners will pay for those types of services, so you can find that kind of help as well. Business services, again, bookkeeping, consulting, HR, design services. You know what you're good at. Most of you could become a really good article writer or content writer. You don't need to have specialized training for that. If you have certain software, there's a lot of you watching this that you are really good at Photoshop. You're really good at using Photoshop. You're really good at creating things with Adobe After Effects. Well, that's your chance to monetize your services. Others, you are really good at using QuickBooks. You know how to do that. You do that on a daily basis for your company. So you could do that on your spare time on weekends for other small businesses that need help. The key thing here is to watch this video again. Maybe watch this video again, watch it a second time, look at the PDF and decide what service you will offer. What service can you bring to the market that you can offer people as a value added service? So keep that in mind and get out there now and decide what service you're going to offer. If you need to watch this again, that's fine. If you need to download, look through the PDF version of these PowerPoint slides, that's good too. But think of a service you can offer to people, because every single one of you watching this, you can potentially offer your services to other people without having to leave your home. From the comfort of your home, from the internet connection, you're not having to, pay for specialized training. You can find information on each one of these services online. So The purpose here is to find something, and most of you know how to become a good writer, so you don't have to be an expert there, and you could create short reports, ebooks, articles. Anybody can become a really good writer, and you could make good money doing that. So now we're going to go on to the next part of the process of becoming a high paid freelancer using all no cost methods.